Hi guys, it's Stephen and Dennis from burgundywine.com, Eldon Selections, and we have a really beautiful 2013 Maranges Premier Cru Clos de Loyeres.
We're standing in the vineyard.
We're in the vineyard. It's harvest time, and we've just spent a couple of hours with Domaine Regnaudot harvesting, watching them harvest. We offered to help, but they said no. Back in the winery, the destemming, maceration, we spoke a little bit about their techniques, very interesting. And we've drove out here and we're going to enjoy this tasting in the vineyard. So Maranges may not be a region that everyone is ultra familiar with, and but it's definitely up and coming, and definitely a wine to check out.
And the Regnaudots have been a locomotive of it all. I mean, it's when we first arrived here 35 years ago, that no one spoke about Maranges. Even Santenay, which is just down at the bottom of the hill here, was considered really rustic and hard and green. It took them a long time to learn about tannic, how to control the tannic structure, mainly because they were selling their wines to the factory towns rather than to the haute couture restaurants and that sort of thing. So over the generations, and we've been here for two and three generations of this at this point, we've seen them master those tannins. They've replanted with lower yielding clones, and all of a sudden Maranges, like Santenay before it, has become the chouchou of the wine world. And these guys are, as I say, locomotives of it. We're here this is one of their flagship vineyards, the Clos de Loyeres, and we're witnessing the 2020 vintage right now, and everyone's very excited about it, especially as you get up a little bit higher in altitude. They had great quality and great quantity. They're comparing it to the 2018s. We're coming back here to the 2013s. And it gives you some idea of just how far Maranges has come.
Yeah, it's really surprising to me. I was just mentioning today, it's like this is 13 and it is drinking beautifully, but it still even has more to give. It's got great acidity. The tannin is still quite tight in the wine. It's enjoyable now, but you could lay it down for another few years comfortably.
But beautiful ripe fruit, really charming. I mean, it's probably more a food wine than for standing in the vineyard drinking, but I mean, what the heck?
we have to do it.
We've been here watching these guys pick a harvest that's going to be a mammoth, a memorable harvest.
And you can see here, like, the altitude is helping the wine for this Premier Cru. It's one of the nice things. We should do more of these vineyard tastings.
And quite frankly, this is one of the most beautiful spots in all of the vineyards of Burgundy. They're sitting at the top of the Clos de Loyeres, looking out over the Maranges.
The fruit is, you can see how historically the wines maybe could have been over tannic and big, and they've just got the perfect balance in this.
Well, and you know what's happening is you really they stopped macerating the hell out of these wines. I mean, they now talk, instead of maceration, they talk more about infusion. Yeah. So you've got these big wines that are from this sort of heavier soil, and that give you by nature strong wines, but they're making them in a delicate style, and it's all, the entire zone, Santenay and over to here, and over to where we are in the Couchois, same sort of thing. I mean, in the Couchois, they're going to have the vintage of the best vintage they've ever had this year.
It's really good, That hashtag 2020, we've been kind of pushing it all year. Now, thank God, it's coming good.
As they say here in Burgundy, quality is climbing the hill.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So and it was just to add, because we were talking about the maceration, it was just interesting how little they're giving it 1 week at 8 degrees for the technophobes, and then he said he's going to allow the natural fermentation to start. So that shows where they've come from, and that's how they're able to get this. One of the reasons they're able to get this. Plus, also, you mentioned, I read the piece on the website, the canopy management that they do here, and even at harvest you can see how well they've cut the tops of the vines and allowed the air to come through. Yeah,
it's all the little things that add up to quality. You know, there's no one secret, but it's all attention to detail, perfectionism. Great winemakers are perfectionists, almost to a fault.
They've done it pretty good with this one.
Yeah. Anyway, always welcome here in Burgundy. Come visit us at burgundywine.com. And
our social media, and we're going to have a recipe video as always to go with our
guess what we're going to put with this?
Yeah, one of Eddie's specials. Eddie's giving me a lesson on the classic Burgundian dish to go with a nice,
classic
colourful red wine like this. So
anyway, cheers.
Perfect. Take care. See you soon.